take 10 minutes. The Gentile be fulfilled. It never was about a race. You see, when people say that the white man, which I call pink because it's not white. White will scare you if you've seen a person white. When the pink man or pink woman is prejudiced against the human race of another race, prejudice didn't come by them being prejudiced. It came by the thought in their mind. And they found the word to coexist with the thought that was in their mind. They separated themselves from you. And they don't want you to be around them. So it's separation, just like the sin separate you between you and your creator. Separation, division take place. Divide. It's the thoughts. And once a person began to think that way, act that way, and live that way, they become a Gentile seeking what they care in this world for. House, car, money, jewelry, gold, fame, fortune. That's what Yeshua was trying to tell you. This is what the Gentiles seek after. That's what they look for. But it's the thought that has to get a person to make them a Gentile. And when the Gentile get to the fullness of being a Gentile, they only care about a Gentile. And that's how they become a nation of Gentiles. All of them have the same thoughts. That's why the Republican only think about Republican, because they're Republican Gentiles. The Democrat only think about the Democrat because they are Democrat Gentiles. So when they get one of their leaders as the president of this country, everything is divided. Can you not see what Satan has done to you since the beginning of time, of nation rising and nation falling? Can you not see the matter of the thought? As a man thinketh, so is he? This is one thing in the book of Ecclesiastes. I want to show you that being fulfilled. I'm going to go back to the book of Ecclesiastes again. Right here. Ecclesiastes 9th chapter. Verse 18. The last verse of 9th chapter. Verse 18. Wisdom is better than weapon of war. If the Jews had wisdom, those scientists, they would not have made a weapon of war. If they had wisdom to understand what they were fin to uncover and them come together through the invention of these things they was doing, they would not have created this if they had wisdom. But it was too late. It was void of wisdom and understanding. But they had the knowledge. They had education. The knowledge to die for making something they believed that one day would help the earth. And they were deceived. And being deceived, they all considered they might well commit suicide. Except for one or two of them. They wanted the glory and the fame by the weapon of war. This is the other part of that. But one sinner destroys much good. One sinner, one leadership of one person can destroy much good. Because if you're divided and one come on the scene, the one with the most authority to destroy much good. And if 1 million men that had wisdom, they would destroy the work of Beelzebub. 1 million was in righteousness, worshiping Yahweh, serving him, fearing him, bringing their sons up in the way they should go, they would have destroyed the work of Beelzebub. They would have been casting out demons, not inviting them. But one sinner can destroy much good. And you have not examined yourself to see that a house divided against itself or a city cannot stand. And yet you keep thinking America gonna stand. Gonna be a great nation through a lying spirit of deception and deceit. not seeing one person destroy your much good. Whatever good this country as a nation that we live in, we call America, the good has been destroyed by one sinner. Make no mistake, he's a sinner. He's not a righteous man. He's not a holy man. He never declared he was a righteous man or a holy man. You have been declaring that, you Gentiles, by your thoughts and your imagination. You Christian that are Gentile, with your thought that you have declared unto yourself that you are this and that, have put yourself in between you and your Creator, and separated yourself between you and your Creator, that you voted for a man to lead you. You voted for a man to see this thing through. When Yahweh is the one that choose concerning who going to be seen and who going to be heard to lead this country that was never in righteousness and truth, to righteousness and truth, as a people, one nation, indivisible unto Yahweh, that he can choose to let America prosper in righteousness and truth. And if it don't, he choose to pour out his evil and his wrath upon America, that America will reap what she sowed, and she'll eat the fruit of her own doing. She's doing it. Has done it. So the judgment of righteousness and truth gonna come from Yahweh, because the judges that America select was by one man. And one man selected judges in the United States Supreme Court to stand there, to be there, to judge matters until they die. But they did not, these one leaders that selected these people did not understand that the leaders are causing the people to err. The leaders put these people in. When they put them in and stuff, these people are judging for the one that put them in. They're not judging in the fear of Yahweh. They're judging for the one that put them in there. They're holding to the one that judged the matter concerning these people right here can be the United States Supreme Court judges. And so when we put them in, they won't forget who put them there in this position. They have no fear of Yahweh. They don't care for the people. They care for the one that put them in that position. And that's why 2 Chronicles 19 chapter, verse 4. 2 Chronicles 19 chapter, verse 4. And Jehoshaphat dwelled at Jerusalem, and he went out again through the people from Beersheba to Mount Ephraim, and brought them back unto Yahweh, creator of their fathers. Now, this is what King Jehoshaphat, the leader, did. Brought them back unto Yahweh, the creator of their fathers. These leaders has not brought the people back to Yahweh. It brought them back to the government system. So you can see the system as your leader. Now, this is what Jehoshaphat did that these leaders ain't done. Trump, Obama, Clinton, Biden, Bush, Ronald Reagan, every president that you want to name has not done this right here. And has not declared to the judges that have sit under these leaders that brought them into this position, this here. Verse 5. And he set judges in the land throughout all the first cities of Judea, city by city. You see, every judge in the United States Supreme Court is judging matter dealing with city by cities, town by town. when the matter get to them, it concerning that the lower courts couldn't deal with the matter in the fullness. So they sent it up to the higher court, highest court in the land. In the higher court in the land, we're dealing with the judges that was appointed by these presidents. And said to the judges, this is what they ain't said to the judges. They just let the judges swear an oath what they gonna uphold. They can't say that to them because they in sin and iniquity. They're separated from their Creator. And said to the judges, take heed what you do. For you judge not for man. These judges judge for man. They don't judge in the fear of Yahweh. That's why your president can do what he do. And that's why the judges do what they do on behalf of what man is doing. Not in the fear of Yahweh, because these judges have sin in their life. Judging the sin in your life. And judging the sin in your life, they're making decisions based on who put them there to judge the matter. For you judge not for man, but for Yahweh, who is with you in judgment. Yahweh is not with these people in judgment. They're judging for the leader of the president that placed them in the office of them judging the matter concerning you and you and you and you. What else is taking place here? If one United States Supreme Court judge, but for Yahweh who is with you in the judgment, wherefore now let the fear of Yahweh be upon you. If one of them let the fear of Yahweh be upon them, they could stop American bleeding to death. If one or two or three or four or five or six or all of them had the fear of Yahweh upon them and in them, America will stop bleeding with racists, with hatred, with killing, with murder. There would be a light that sit upon a hill that could not be hid. There would be a beacon in darkness. But these judges don't have the fear of Yahweh upon them. They have what they fear of judging the matter concerning who put them in that leadership role. What does it say? Wherefore now let the fear of Yahweh be upon you. Take heed and do it. For there is no iniquity with Yahweh our Creator, nor respect of person, nor taking of gift. You see, Clarence Thomas is a take of gift in respect of person. He can't help himself. He is what you used to call a house nigger. A Negro black person that is in the house will tell the master of the house when the other one is plotting to run and escape from the master hand of brutality and murder and raping of his son and daughter and stuff, and his wife. They want to run and escape, but the nigger of the house, Negro, the black man, whatever name you want to call him in the time of slavery, because in the time of slavery, you call him the house nigger, that would tell the master what the rest of the Negroes is plotting to do. And now you don't understand that that same spirit is working, but you took away the name and pronouncing him the house nigger, the house Negro. But the black man is still in the house doing the same thing that his fathers did in serving the house. People, the thought is what gets you And Satan has been using to put in your mind to take you away and separate you between you and your Creator. The thoughts. And with that, you don't know how to combat the thoughts because you got so much before your eyes to see. And the light of the body is in the eye. And Satan attack your eyes in seeing and hearing so many things that your eyes are not clear and your mind cannot get focused, laying down and waking up in righteousness or seeking the kingdom first on behalf of you being in the earth to know how to serve one another as human beings. As human beings, you're afraid. Oh, it's just me and my house. We're going to serve each other. But your house is divided. Your house is one. You as a man or you as a woman, you will pervert your house. You will go against your own seed of your house. You will force yourself upon your own seed in your house. And you do these things and try to hide from your doing. And then when your son and daughter get out into the world among other people, they got a spirit that they have been molested by their own house. So that's what they think is right, to have that done to them because their house did it to them. And if they think their house did it to them and they go out and go to somebody else's house, they think it's okay to do it to their house. The church can't stop this. The church promote this because the leaders of the people are in there, men and women. And they doing these things in that church house as well as their own house. So I pray this morning that you have ears to hear what the Spirit has said to you. Pray that you will work out your salvation with fear and trembling. I also pray that you will consider the words that I have spoken unto you. You're going to need somebody else beside you and yourself or your family. You're going to need to learn how to live among Yahweh people. In the book of Acts, chapter 2 and 4 and stuff, these people, when they gave their possession to the apostles and prophets and stuff, the prophet and apostles didn't keep these people possession. They distributed out to those that had need. They lived among the people in the community of the land that was sold and brought to them, and they kept some of it for the people to live off of. These howlers ain't got nothing for you to live off or to live with them with. Nothing. You keep giving them your wealth of your money, and you want to be seen that you're a giver and want to be seen in their building that you're prospering. But it's their building. You stop giving, they'll put you out. They'll call against you some kind of way. They'll never let you live in their mansion, in their house that they have. These rich church pimp. You can't dress like them. You can't eat like them. You can't live with them. But the day of Pentecost, these people lived together and had all things in common. There was not lack one among them that had need. If that is true, prove it. Because you're proving you'll give your substance to a church pimp. He's proving to you, you ain't going to live with it. You ain't going to eat with it. And he wants you to keep giving him to that building. And he take the building money and he keep the building going for you to come in. But he keep the money separate from you not knowing how he's living and what he's doing with your money. Because you can't say you're giving it to Yahweh. Yahweh's a spirit. You don't need your finance. He'll bless you with silver and gold when you know how to share it. So you think you're sharing it with a shepherd that cares for the sheep. A hireling care not for the sheep. He cares for wages, money. John 10th chapter, verse 10. From 1 to 10, you read it. Yeshua told you, the Messiah told you about what a hireling cares for. Wages. They don't care for the sheep. And you're sheeps. You feeding him. He ain't feeding you. I pray that you have ears to hear. If you have any message you want to send it. If you want to come and see how we live and how we conduct ourselves every day, all the time, come. Ask. Communicate with me. Communicate in a way that you're concerned about your salvation, concerned about things that gonna fall down, and they gonna fall down, people. It's already separated. It's just a matter of time they fall. How do you survive and be found worthy enough to escape if you're still living? Because this battle is not with flesh and blood. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principality, against power, against darkness, the ruler of this world. The Satan kingdom has not been fallen. He gonna war with you until that season come that he be cast into the lake of fire. He got you inventing these robots, you invented the AI, you invented this, you invented that, and now you're gonna eat the fruit of your own hands. Because he know that Yahweh ain't gonna destroy him until that time appointed. But Yahweh gonna pour his wrath upon his people, and he gonna judge the Gentile until all the Gentile things that they gonna do be fulfilled. I don't think the Gentile can go no further than what they have already fulfilled and what they have made. The nuclear bombs, they ain't been used yet. And the humanoid AI robots, they're going to have control of all the things that you have made that is computerized. That they also mean the weapon of war. They're going to have control of that. So I pray that you want to get close to your maker and creator, that he can hide you under the shadow of his wing, that you stop giving yourself over to a harlot that is pimping, prostituting you, deluding you with the spirit of illusion, and doing all kinds of signs of wonder around you that you think is real, and you only be deceived because you love yourself. Come out from among her, his people. Also, the harlot, the church pimp, that's living like a movie star, and a movie star is a Gentile person. They want to be a Gentile person by caring for the things of life, of this world, not for the kingdom of heaven. So I pray that you have ears to hear what the Spirit is saying. We love you. You have any comment you want to leave, but you'll never hear me tell you by me speaking unto you. Freely I have received, and freely I have given it back unto you, that you need to support this. Or look for a way that you can continue to subscribe to this. I'm not ministering for you to subscribe unto me or not. I'm ministering that your blood don't be required upon my hand. That I held the truth from telling you the whole truth. The ministry of truth and reconciliation to bring you back to your Creator, that you may worship him in spirit and in truth. We don't have much, but everything that we have, I worked and labored to the sweat of my brow to have it for the ministry first, and for my wife and my son to have a place to stay. The ministry is not charged to none of this. It's work and labor. That Yahweh freely gave it to me, and I received it. When people try to support the ministry, they're supporting themselves, because it's going to help them if they live among us by their own support, to know how to live one with another and serving each other. It's not about numbers. It's not about trying to get a high rating. It's about the soul that's sinning, it shall die. And I don't want no one blood to be required upon my hand in the day of judgment, that I did not declare being ordained and anointed of Yahweh to speak his word By freely I received and freely I gave it. And be an example before the believers in body and spirit, in truth and righteousness, all the days of my life. Now some of the days, not most of the days, not a weekend affair. Every day I live and breathe and wake up as an example before my wife and son, how we should walk and live in the spirit. That is also you. You have to be a witness unto yourself. If you don't, you're a witness to yourself as a hypocrite. Shalom, shalom.